Hey guys, Brian here from the Great Lakes Backpacker channel, and today I'm going to do a really quick video for you because, quite honestly, I'm in the middle of packing for an upcoming backpacking trip that I'm leaving on in a few days, and I still have a whole ton of things to get done before we leave. So, with that being said, I'm going to share something with you I just found that I'm actually going to be using on this backpacking trip, and that is how to make your own homemade fruit roll-ups. So, with that being said, let's get inside and I'll show you what we got to do. Okay, so we're back inside, and this is just a quick overview of the things that you're going to need for this. So I'll start off on the left-hand side over here. So first of all, you're going to need some kind of fruit. And the original recipe I saw called for 2 cups of strawberries. We didn't have any strawberries at the time, so I'm going to use this triple berry blend. It's got blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries in it. And these are frozen, so I've already taken the liberty of measuring out the amount I need and then letting it defrost. And so that's what I'll be using for this. It also calls for some applesauce, and the original recipe called for passion fruit juice or syrup. We don't have any of that, so I'm just going to use some grape juice. I figure that might go good with the triple berry blend that I'm using. And then obviously you're going to need some measuring devices. This is a 1 tablespoon, a 1 cup, and a 3/4 cup, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And then you're also going to need some non-stick cooking spray or some kind of vegetable oil, and the PAM that we have here is olive oil. I don't really want that flavoring getting into the fruit roll-up, so I'm just going to use the vegetable oil. I don't know if the olive oil will actually impart a flavor to the fruit roll-up, but I don't want to take a chance on it, so that's what I'm going to use for that. And then obviously you're going to need some kind of a blender or a NutriBullet or one of those kind of devices, a food processor to puree all the stuff. And then you're also going to need a food dehydrator. And if you have a food dehydrator, you're also going to want to use one of these little gadgets. That way when you pour the stuff on there, obviously it won't fall through the cracks. So anyways, with that out of the way, we're going to get to the next step. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need 2 cups of fruit, and like I said, the original recipe called for 2 cups of strawberries. I'm going to be using this triple berry blend here, and like I said, I've already taken out 2 cups and put it in a bowl here, and they've all de-thawed. So I'm just going to add this into the container here. Making a little mess, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do is the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of applesauce. So we're just going to measure 3/4 of a cup of applesauce here. There you go. We're going to add that in the mix. And then, like I said, it also called for 2 tablespoons of passion fruit juice or syrup. And I don't have that, so instead of that, I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons of grape juice. And so there's 1, there's 2. Alright, so with that done, all we got to do now is put the top on, and then we're going to go puree it up. Head over there next. Okay, we're going to take this and put this in here. We're going to blend it all up. Okay, so the directions call for spraying the plastic sheet here with some kind of oil so that the stuff doesn't stick. Like I said, the stuff that we have in the bottle is olive oil, so I don't know if that's going to impart some kind of a flavor to it, so I'm just going to use regular old vegetable oil. So I'll just put some on a piece of paper towel here. I'm going to coat the whole piece here, and that's it. So now we're just going to add the puree. So we'll move on to that. We're going to take the top off here, and we're just going to pour this puree evenly over the entire sheet here. I'll try and get out everything that I can. And then what I'll do is I will just try to even it out best I can, and then we'll put it on the dehydrator, and we'll let the dehydrator do the magic. That's what it looks like now that we've got the puree all evened out, so we're going to take this and go put it in the dehydrator. Alright, we've moved locations here. I am actually down in the basement now because this is going to make some noise for 8 hours, and I got stuff I want to do upstairs. I don't want to be bothered by the noise, so I'm going to put it in here. Okay, we've got everything in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 2 other trays on top of it. I don't really know that it makes that big of a difference, but I'm just going to do it so that the heat's not directly on top of it. And the directions call for cooking it and dehydrating it on the highest setting, which on mine is 160 degrees, and to do it for 8 hours. So I'm going to plug it in now, and we'll let it go, and we'll come back in 8 hours and we'll see what we've got. Okay, we're about halfway through, almost through the drying process, so let's just take a real quick look here. And that's kind of what it's going to look like. Not a whole lot different. Looks like it's spread out a little bit, but anyways, that's about the halfway point. I'll put everything back and we'll let it finish dehydrating. Alright, it's now time to unplug this thing and we'll take this off the tray. Let's take this off. We got these couple trays on the top, and there you have it. It should come up fairly easy, just like that. And actually I'm trying to do this with one hand, but since we put the oil down, it comes up pretty easy. So there you go. You have your own homemade fruit roll-up. So now all that's left to do is I'm going to take it, and for this trip I'm actually going to be gone for 3 days, so I'm just going to slice this into 3 sections, and I'm going to roll it up and I'll put it in a plastic bag and it'll be ready for my trip. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, this is going to be a quick video, and hopefully there was enough information in there that you're able to reproduce this for yourself. I'll try to remember to put a link in the video description below to the actual recipe I use, so in case you want to use that, you've got access to it. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.